Hi, this is Towanna Freeman with Purposeful Parents, and I am on the call today with Ramon Smith. He is the author of African American Healthy Self-Esteem. He is also a contributor to the Black Life Coaches Network, and I am actually introducing him to this call because he's one of those experts that not only has he proven the ability to achieve in life as from a teenager, from a troubled environment to basically being victorious out of that troubled environment into a very thriving and just prosperous life. And so I wanted to pick into my bucket of experts when it comes to helping our teenagers with their dreams and dream achievement. So welcome, Ramon. I'm so glad to have you on our call today. How are you?
I'm good, Dr. Towanna. It's a pleasure to be with you as always.
Well, the question I would like to pose to you is, how can we help our teens achieve their dreams when their dreams are to be NBA athletes or NFL athletes and or famous rappers or pop stars? We know that there are so many, there are limited spaces for our children to occupy those seats. So the question is, how can you help them achieve those types of dreams without discouraging them at the same time?
That's a great question and also a serious dilemma too. But as purposeful parents, it's something we shouldn't shy away from. So, pardon me. The first thing I guess I would suggest would be to assess the talent level, if you will, of your child, of whatever it is that they're going for, whether it's to be a professional athlete or a professional entertainer in the hip hop world, etc. And what I mean by that, get a realistic look at what they're doing and where they are at their age. And the word realistic is subjective because I don't want people to get discouraged, but for those fields, there is a degree of reality you have to subscribe to. So with that, I mean, if they, for example, want to be an NBA ball player, people have to realize NBA ball players are recruited from 6 years old. Their talent level is assessed at that time period. They're looked at as what could be what's called the upward swing of their talent. Are they going to get better? So by the time they're 14, 15, or 16, if they're not playing at a really competitive level, then that dream is probably not going to come to fruition. And that's one thing that, we can suggest to, our sons and daughters for that matter, that when they try the WNBA, to see where they are there. And that may be a bit hard because you don't want to break their dreams, but at the same time you want them to be able to start to look at what is some other options. Now, and same thing with music. How many connections are they making? How talented are they? Are they really making if they're doing stuff by themselves, are they making revolutionary stuff that's going to catch people's ear? If they're giving shows, how many people are coming out to view the show? Things like that. Now, if those numbers aren't encouraging, if you will, in terms of the response, this is what I would suggest as well. And it's a little expensive, but I would suggest it. In fact, I think I mentioned it before when you and I had discussed via video, aptitude testing. And there's a great place. Can I do a plug?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. The O'Brien Testing Center, I believe they specialize in aptitude testing, and I believe they have a center in the Washington D.C. area. They're throughout the major cities in the U.S. And what that is an assessment of what you do naturally. What are your natural skill sets, and what you do that comes easy for you, that's fun for you, and allows you. It's counterintuitive, too, because we live in a culture that kind of trains us to do the hard thing, and we're going to make everything work for us. But a lot of times you just have a whole bunch of professional people that are unhappy. But it's to have them go in fields that are easy for them, that they enjoy their work, even if it's a fallback career. And, of course, allow them to have the satisfaction of a quality career in front of professional sports or professional entertainment, or as well as a financially rewarding career.
Absolutely, and those are great suggestions. It's always great, no matter what your career choices are, to have, different plans or different roads that can get you ultimately to where you want to be. One of the things that I would like to point out is that we talk about, being, music business, or we talk about sports. There's also acting. We all know that, with today's reality television, we're promoting so many get rich quick, get celebrity quick type of mentality. What we want to do, and I just want to restate something that you said that was powerful, you don't want to crush their dream and or diminish or we say quench their dreams. What we want to do is you want to support them through the process in the developmental years. Support them through it. However, when you know from the experts and everyone surrounding them, when you know that the child is not going to cut it in, let's say, the top 70 percentile, maybe the top 80 percentile, I don't know, depending on below the cutoff, let's say, then it's time for game plan 2. And that means that you are prepared to support your child's dream because you're saying, we didn't make it this, but here's the next step. So having that backup plan. Now, there are some who often say, Coach Ramon, that I don't have a backup plan because my first plan is my only plan. What do you have to say about that?
Well, a bit facetious. Look what happened to Mitt Romney when he didn't write a concession speech. So, the philosophy, first and foremost, I do agree with that. I'll be very candid. I do agree with that. Your first plan should be your second plan and your third plan, et cetera. It is a code that I personally live by. However, that said, there's always room for the exception. And those exceptions can be just as rewarding and just as fun. And it can be within the arena of the area that you're going for. Maybe I'm a basketball fan, so I tend to use basketball analogies in basketball scenarios. So, maybe if you're not talent-wise able to get to the professional level of an NBA team, then maybe there's an opportunity to work in one of the administrative front offices or one of the outreach community ways that NBA franchises stay connected with the people that they're trying to bring in. So there are and that comes through college and majors and things like that. So, again, see what else you're capable of doing that is fun, and then translate that into the arena that you want to do. So, and as parents, and I personally, I'm the father of a 3-year-old. I already see some of what she does naturally, and I'm encouraging that. She has a great personality. She's actually a comedian by nature. So depending on what she wants to do, I'm always going to support, but I'm always going to check and see what the talent level is and where she is and where she measures, and just always provide the advice at the needed points to, what the next step may be.
That's fantastic. Coach Ramon Smith, thank you so much for joining me for Purposeful Parents. I really appreciate your time. Parents, as you review this information, I just hope and that anything that we have said has been helpful to you. If not to you, please pass it on to your next friend who's a parent, who has a child that may be in this situation. It's all about empowering our community and helping each other build ourselves to become our best selves. So thank you, Coach Ramon, for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Towanna. Again, it's always a pleasure to be with you.